This is the missing party on Reaper 1 Skull.
You hear the now familiar sound of bone clattering against stone up ahead. You notice a rusty lever behind the grate to the side of the hallway.
This is a little lag when you see that, where it's just swinging and missing like that. Small lag spike. We get, looks like my shield clicky didn't take. And there's a lot of arcane skeletons in this quest, so we don't want to take magic missile damage too. See a champion, I'm going to get this one first. Alright, so I have my shield clicky on. Unfortunately, the hireling doesn't have any such protection, so we're just going to try to take these skeletons out as quick as we can. They are hireling killers, these things. And when the hireling has trouble, we have trouble because we get quite a few heals from the hireling. Yeah, it'd be great if the hirelings, he's kind of spending a lot of spell points on Searing Light, which, you know, I guess it's not horrible, but it's not a very expensive spell, but it's still I wish they had a hireling mode that was heal only. I think a lot of people would like that. Where you can put them on, if they're on heal mode only, they don't do any DPS or attack anything, they just basically focus on healing whoever's in the party. Oh, and I guess I forgot to mention a couple quests ago, I got my 5th Reaper point. That puts me up to 300 hit points. 5 is not too interesting, but 6 is very interesting. Once we get our 6th point, we'll be able to spend a point here, which will give us 20 hit points plus 1 to our savings throws, and another H, for spending a point in the tree. So 28 hit points basically. That'll be a nice. All right, so we're just going to run past this. There's an optional that spawns here. We are going to ignore it and hope our hireling does the same. So sometimes it's a problem, the party ignores this, and then somebody joins the quest late, and the things do spawn down there and stay down there, and they'll attack whoever goes by. Now, if you have a decent speed and you'll be able to outrun them, but used to be somewhat common for people to join late in this quest, and then they die to that in that part if the optionals aren't being cleared. I see a Reaper. All right, let's charge this guy as quick as we can. It's actually doing reasonably well on spell points for where we are. He's, unfortunately, those arcane skeletons just eat him alive. I think we've been taking them down pretty quick. So this Barovian weapon's are pretty good on a dead beater. And I don't know that a quarterstaff would be, because of the base damage on this thing, and the damage reduction isn't so high that a quarterstaff would be necessary here. But next life I might, I'll try to get a quarterstaff so that I can, bank space permitting, so that I can just compare the difference. Alright, trap here. I think the trap box might be on this side. Alright, always get the arcanes first because they'll tear the hiring up. These melees are hitting pretty hard too, so let's see if we can. Alright, so I think we're probably okay. So this replaces something that used to be, it was possible to, with the hireling, do the old way, but but it was hard. Whoa. Because what would happen is the hireling would the hireling would get attacked by something, and then it would fail, and you couldn't re-enter the quest on Reaper. But used to be that you would have the hireling you'd pull these levers, and then they'd open one at a time, and then I believe this fixes it here. There we go. And so once opened one at a time, then you open the first lever, the first one would open. You open the second one, the second one would open, and then you get to the end, and then you pull a lever that opened the next gate plus all of these gates, so we can get past. But I'm not sure why they got rid of that. I'm not sure if it was a kind of a nod to try to make the game more solo friendly, or if it was because of Reaper mode where you get Reapers that might spawn. But in any event, it was doable. I mean, I think it wasn't too often that caused a fail. I would say, you know, I did fail at Reaper one time because of that mechanic, but I just kind of chalked it up to the game's really not. This quest is not meant to be soloed, so you know, just the fact that I can solo, it's a bonus, right? And it's right in and of itself. All right, Plague Reaper. All right, so let's make a dash for that guy. And skeleton. There should be a shrine in here, around right in this area. So I think our timing is just perfect. I think that's a shrine right where I'm looking there. But I'm going to try to clear. Let me just. Well, this arcane skeleton. Ooh, my shield quickly ran out. I see a Fear Reaper ahead too that we'll want to clear before he shrines. Let me just make sure this actually is a shrine. Yep, shrine, no fighting. So let's. I'm gonna wand heal him real quick, and then I'd like to get this Fear Reaper. Oh, good, he's coming to us. That's awesome. Let's get these guys here. Just because I don't want him to waste his spell points on this fight. Alright, now we'll go back and shrine. And I think we should be good now. I was kind of worried about getting to the shrine, whether he'd make it. He did good, and of course the best thing we could do to conserve his spell points is take down the things that killed the hireling early, like the arcane skeletons. Just focus on taking those down first, and that's the best way to conserve his spell points, because if he's getting harassed, he will like literally burn up all his spell points just healing himself. And with the Reaper penalty, you know, that's just a bad combo. I think that's the second time I didn't properly click my shield clicky, but we got it back on. And the nice thing about this fight and the next fight is we do have the shrine right here, so it's, you know, if it's a wipe, it's not going to be a complete wipe. Alright, well we didn't use hardly any spell points there, 40, so I'm going to just wand us up real quick. And let's see, do we have any buffs that are about to wear off? Nope, I think we're good. Here we go. So skeletons first, and then Delira. And I can't remember if everything dies in here when Delira goes down. I think so. So we're just going to focus on Delira and hope everything goes down. Hireling is trying to heal me, but... Nope, but that's fine. We'll just take everything else. A champion, that's what I need to get. Ooh, champion melee. Of course. And we just need to pick this book up here
You have recovered
to
Jail's
finish the
Journal,
quest.
which describes the last moments in the
We can't get named
Church's
items in here.
investigation.
Didn't, but there's a few named items in these. And that is the missing party on Reaper 1 Skull.